Have you ever been in this situation before? You're wandering on one of the desert planets, specifically Offense or Assurance, minding your own business, when suddenly a giant worm comes out of the ground and devours you whole. It happens more often than you'd think. Thankfully, with the help of the company, I prepared this handy tutorial to keep you from becoming worm food. So by now, you've probably realised the worm generally only resides on desert planets. Thankfully, it doesn't seem to care about experimentation, but we all know that's not where the good scrap is. You've also probably been to either Offense or Assurance and never encountered the worm all day. So why does that happen? One way of avoiding the worm entirely is to get in and out of the nearby facility before 1 PM. The worm only seems to hunt once it's past this time. Therefore, you don't need to worry if you're quick. Of course, that's not always possible. So let's say you're stranded on one of these desert planets with a big hungry bug looking to eat you. What should you do when the Earth begins to tremble and split open beneath you? Do you throw everything to a nearby crewmate knowing the salvage is worth more than your life? While it's definitely something the company would recommend, I'm here to tell you there's a better way. Quite like a real-life worm, the Earth Leviathan, as the company records name it, seems to detect us through vibrations. That means it isn't quite as good at knowing exactly where we are, like some of Lethal Company's scarier predators. Let's watch that footage of me dodging the worm again. Once I noticed the rumbling noise and soon the earth shaking around me, I slowed down. I considered the direction I'd just been heading in, and then quickly dashed the opposite way. The worm kept going towards where it had felt my vibrations last, leaping through the air in an arc. Obviously this technique might not always work. There could be an obstacle in the way, or something like an eyeless dog waiting to eat you should you try to run. But now you know an encounter with the worm isn't the end of the line. You can technically survive it so long as you know how. Now get out there and make the company proud by risking your life for things like chattering teeth and clown horns. I promise it'll be worthwhile when you're paid just enough to scrape by and given a new quota that's literally impossible to reach. You are a great asset, right?